Yo, welcome back to One to One Podcast with Shy Boy Jimmy, Brenda, and Jay. This your boy Shy Boy Jimmy.
My daddy Brenda.
Yo, what's up? This is Jay.
And we'll be discussing topics, interviewing new artists, and speaking up for the culture. If you're trying to vibe out, like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for this episode. Much love.
Check it out.
Magic TikTok challenges for Rock the Boat and One in a Million.
Why wouldn't LeBron want to play with his son for one?
And the police is not the way to make the city better.
Yo, y'all, welcome back to One Podcast. This is Jay, Brenda, and we got our boy Gio filling it today for Jimmy.
What's going on?
All right, y'all, how y'all feeling?
I'm good. How y'all feeling?
I'm good.
All right, gang. So let's start off with this first topic, the international dating. So
dating outside your race. Talking about international.
Well,
international is real wide.
Okay,
Whatever
racial, international, whatever it is. So, interracial dating. What do y'all think about it? Let's start with you. You're the eyeball. You're the woman. So
I'm the eyeball. See, me personally, I think I want to marry a black man, but like I feel like I'm in this place with my dating where I'm just like, damn, I think I might want to date outside my race. I do tell people all the time, I feel like if I started dating white men, I'd probably be married by now because I feel like black I feel like black man, y'all wasn't grew up in a household to like value marriage versus like white man grew up in a household like once you meet somebody, married them. So I feel like that's the only thing that's different with international. Not all black, but I feel like majority of black men we grew up in single households.
Right, I was about to say, but you saying majority of black men, that would be considered black women too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but no, I feel like a lot of black women grew up in a household like find a good man. So marriage was pushed on us, but it wasn't pushed on the black man. So like people don't want to. I feel like our whole life was just like if you need to learn how to cook, or you ain't gonna get a good man. If you don't know how to clean your house, you ain't gonna get like our livelihood growing up was just like everything was getting a man. I feel like now like it's a like if a woman get into it with me, I swear to God, they be like, that's why you don't got no man. Like it's like a like that's what my whole
like the
life.
ultimate comeback, huh?
I swear to God, even men will get into it with me like, well, that's why you don't got no man. I be like, but like I feel like you can be doing nothing in life, but if you marry, you gotta one up on a woman who can have a fucking doctorate degree, but she's single.
Okay,
that's kind of true. I can see that. Yeah, like for women, the ultimate goal is like for y'all marriage, I guess. So like if you're married, you in some sense have one up, I guess.
That ain't no goddamn woman.
No, I'm not saying it's a fact. I'm saying like that's how y'all are like treated. Like
yeah, but I do feel like I tell people all the time like, damn, if I was dating a white man, I'd probably be married by now because they just have a different value when it comes to marriage than black men. Not saying all black men.
So what about other races of men?
Like,
you think you think specifically you would be married with a white man or just any other race of man?
I think any other race of man. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like even Hispanics, like a lot of I feel like they grew up in like 2-parent households. I feel like, and even if you want to say it like this, even the black men who grew up in 2-parent households, they are married by now. Like they're not going to a lot of men and women. For me, that in my friendship group, like they like more settled down, went to college. Like I feel like their life was a little bit
traditionalized.
Different.
Yeah. I would say honestly, just speaking on black people in general, it's kind of a touchy subject because you can't necessarily say that just because you got 2 parents. I know people with 2 parents that their parents was cheaters. You feel me? Parents got divorced and still was dogging each other in their face, and then that's all they know. So they, grew up thinking that certain things that they did in a relationship or how they dealt with situations with their partner was okay, and it's not. So I would say honestly, like, I just think it, like I told you before, before we even started the conversation, as far as like, dealing with a specific person or a specific race with that person, it has to be a certain caliber of person versus the actual race, because race don't really play a role in it. Like we could say, like,
but statistically I do feel like race do, because I feel like the black race is probably like the least married versus like the other race.
Yeah,
like can you Google that for us? Like what's the percentage of like African American that's married versus
any other race? Yeah, we the lowest marital race in the
Why do you feel like that
world.
is though? Because I feel like we didn't grow up in.
It's a lot of other factors though.
You don't think Jim Crow played a role in that? As far as I think it would have to be the person, because like, say for example, you could grow up in a 2-parent household and not necessarily get all of the respectable moral standards and ethics that you should have in a healthy relationship, because your parents didn't have a healthy relationship. So it's like, but then you could, you know, I guess venture out on your own and start to grow as a person. And if you got a good heart, you can grow into and develop those healthy habits in a relationship to make the next steps as far as marriage, etc. So it's like, I don't necessarily, when it comes to dating or dealing with specific things, like I said before, I don't necessarily put race into the role. I put it more of the perspective of the person. I think it's different
for you because you're a man and you're the one that solidifies the marriage.
No, a woman solidify the marriage.
No, I feel like
woman do.
But you're the one that get on your knee and be like, "Will you marry me?"
But a woman have to make me feel good enough to do that.
Exactly.
But I feel like a lot of women do probably feel that way, but they probably did. I was dating this man recently, and like we started off like, okay, he wants to be in a relationship. Then he was just like, actually, I don't. Actually, I do. Actually, I don't. Like it's just like. So then it's just like, for me, I'm just like, I'm not finna keep changing your goddamn mind if you want to. So yeah. I end up cutting the situation off. He actually called me today on some like, you ain't telling me Happy Sweeties Day. I'm like, boy, fuck you and Sweeties Day. And I'm just like, what are you calling for? And like the conversation was kind of just like he like, oh, I miss you. I'm just like, well, this ain't going nowhere because I'm like, you too iffy and like you want me to give my all to you and like treat you like this. I'm like, you can't even solidify like if you want to be in a relationship with me. So I feel like that do come into a part too. Like men do come into relationships too iffy, and y'all be wanting us to give too much just to prove like if we a wife, and y'all not giving us husbands. Not everybody. I'm not speaking.
Hey James, I just, my fault. I don't even mean to cut you off. I just got one quick question. Is that the only man that you deal with?
I was dating.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
there we go. Banger.
But no, listen. No, time out though. He was dating too.
Exactly. So how could he give you his all?
But this is my thing.
If you wasn't giving him your all.
But exactly, we were in the dating phase. So I feel like we have three phases of dating. Dating should be like, okay, me and James just started talking. Keep talking to the women that you talking to and talk to me, because that's what dating is. Like we just can't cut everybody off right away because that's how people get cheated on. So that's the phase that we were in.
Ladies, if you watching, that's what I'm doing.
And then and then eventually, like we supposed to be like after a certain amount of time, it's just like, okay, are we feeling each other? Like are we gonna exclusively start dating? Like not a relationship, but like are we just gonna like cut everybody else to focus on each other? We was dating like almost 2 months. I'm like, okay, babe, what the fuck are we doing? Like I'm not gonna keep like in this like you dating and like I think I just tell me you do this thing where you try to make me jealous. I'm like I don't get jealous because I get niggas in real life. I don't get jealous. I get irritated. Like I get irritated, so I'll cut you off that jealousy stuff.
I don't get jealous. I
like,
get niggas.
He'll be on the phone like, oh, today not your day. Like, and I'm just like, you don't get like, and I'm like, you don't get bitches like that. And I know you don't get like not saying it like that, but I'm just like, you not out here actually doing other things. You trying to make me jealous, and I'm just like, you can't make me jealous because I already understand what you're doing. Like you're dating other people, so it kind of got irritating to me because I'm just like. Clearly you like me more than you let it on, but I don't know if you scared. I don't fucking know. But
is he black?
He is black.
Okay, so so how would you compare that situation to a situation that you dealt with a white dude that you dated possibly, or a different race of person?
Mean? Well, so I never like seriously dated. Like I went on a couple of dates. Like I never been in like no serious. Like I dated this one, but he thought he stayed on 63rd. And he thought he was black, and I was just like, yeah, that wasn't it. Like you know, but like for that, I feel like it was different for me because this man who I'm talking to, he divorced too. I never been married, so typically when I don't date men who've been married before because like they mind alter when it come to marriage when they got divorced. I understand that men love differently than women. Women can love a lot of fucking men, but men love like once you find your true love, like. Y'all just don't jump back into shit. And like I feel like that was a perspective for me because I'm just like, oh, I think like maybe she hurt your feelings. Like they was together for a very long time, so like now you just want to be in your player mode, and that's fine. But like I never been married, so I'm not in that space.
Right.
So you think that was because he was black though? That was like how he's raised up and like just his values? Or
no, I feel like his situation was just that he was divorced. So I feel like
that got nothing to do with race.
No, this is just off the conversation. I don't think it has nothing to do with race. That's a whole nother thing. Married people that's been divorced too. We ain't like that's a different.
Oh yeah, no, okay.
But no, he was married, but like he wasn't married for a fucking long period of time. But I didn't feel like he valued marriage either because then he said he proposed to another girl and they was only talking for a year and it was a long distance relationship. So that kind of opened my eyes to him too. I'm just like, yeah, you come from a different race. I'm like, you just marrying everybody.
But wait though. So
it changed what I said.
Yeah, that kind of contradicts what you said, because if you felt like he wasn't a person that gives his all, and he's told you about past situations where he's given his all,
I don't think
you judging him off of that.
Well, I don't. So for that, like, I think it was weird when he told me. So I understood the first marriage. So then the second one, he proposed to a girl. So then when I did kind of look at it different, because he was like, they were long distance, and he just did it. Like,
Vibes.
That's weird.
Vibes.
No,
there's no time limit on when you can find love.
Get married on vibe. Like, no, but then they end up getting engaged, and like they figured out that they didn't even fucking like each other. They never like had in person, because it was long distance.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, you can't get married off somebody who you ain't ever even woke up to, like, on a fucking, like, that's a different type of, like, knowing somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, I get you on that point, but still, if we just go back to...
So what was your longest relationship?
Man, my longest real relationship, I say probably like 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, it was with a black woman, black queen, you know.
And then, James, when was you... All right, how long you and your girlfriend been together?
7.
Why the fuck ain't y'all married?
Why do you gotta get married?
Let's get on. Do your girlfriend want to get married?
No, we're not doing this on the podcast.
Okay. That's rough.
It kind of, I know, but it kind of go into that, because like maybe James want to get. Do she want to get married? We don't got to go into it. Does she want to get married?
Yeah.
It's been 7 fucking years. It don't take that motherfucker long for.
But
first off, hold on. That situation is different. One, we didn't live with each other, like, what? We was there 4 years in college. No, 4 or 5 years in college. We were separate. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't live together. We just started living together like the last 3-4 years. It's different, like.
No, it's not. Y'all was together
and then
4 years through college, or was it on and off?
Consistently. But then also, we also were in different stages. Like I said, we were young. In college, we're going through different growing stages. You know, you're in college, you're damn near a teenager still.
All right.
19, 18, 20, you're young as hell. You're growing still.
Exactly.
Once you get past 25, that's when you become more like an adult, and like your brain starts thinking like as an adult, long term.
So, but I just feel like, and I'm just speaking for a man, I feel like men know like who they want to be with ultimately. When you was in your 3-year relationship, did you see marriage with her?
Yeah.
Did you propose to her?
I would have.
What happened?
It kind of got like it was rocky.
Yeah, but it's always rocky.
But look, I got a good I got a good catch though, just to kind of piggyback off of James. And when you say like you know, because initially, like I said, we were speaking on interracial dating or whatever the case may be. So his girlfriend is black, he's black. His girlfriend, which is my sister, I know for a fact, you know, her parents, they've been married for like 30 plus years. So she has a great example of, you know,
for sure,
a prosperous couple, happily married couple, which is her parents. So it's like, when you look at the aspect of like we was talking about as far as like why it's so hard for us to get married or whatever the case may be, I don't think it's an issue as far as what her wanting marriage. But honestly, I think James probably want to get married more than Jazz, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but even though she, you know, has that. But
maybe she not speaking on it because I feel like ultimately it is up to a man to like make.
Yeah, so, prime example, like I was saying, James' girlfriend, she has parents that have been married for, what, 20, how long Jazz's parents been married, bro? Like, a super long time. It's 20 plus years. So when we talk about like, you know, the statistics on black marriage, there are successful black marriages out there.
Well, I'm not saying it's not successful, because I come from, my mom and my dad been together for 25 years, so I understand.
So why you not married?
Because a fucking man ain't proposed to me. I'm gonna have to get
Why you propose to the man?
Look.
What?
See, look, that's it right there. Look.
I don't want no, cause first of all,
you don't want no sassy. She don't want no sassy man, James. She don't want no sassy man.
If a woman got on they didn't propose to y'all, what would y'all say? Would y'all feel demasculated?
First off,
would y'all feel demasculated?
I don't think no woman has ever.
Don't ever do that to me.
But no, just answer the question. Yes or no? Would you feel like? What would you say if a woman got on her knee? Would you feel weird as hell?
Well, let me ask you this, and not to ask a question with a question. when y'all conducted yourselves in the bedroom and a woman get on her knees, y'all don't feel no type of way, right?
Brother.
Right. So why would I? No, but look, one of the most affectionate signs is.
Go back to the question.
I'm getting to it. So one of the most affectionate ways that you could be to your lover is getting on a knee, right?
Gio.
That's from a.
Don't piss me off.
I'm asking you. For a man, for one of the most affectionate things that a man could do to a woman is get on one knee, right? So why wouldn't it be the same in reverse for a woman to get on her knees?
Sucking dick.
No.
Because that's what I was talking about.
I brought it into comparison, so it wouldn't be like a weird situation if you get what I'm saying.
That's right. But now the question, the original.
If a woman got on her knee, I wouldn't feel no type of way.
Okay.
I think that's a true sign of just generous love. It's nothing. If she fucking flew a helicopter that had, a plane that had, the little shit. Will you marry me?
That would be dope.
Like that. I would accept that. Any form. Love comes in all shapes.
Did the plane shit?
No, proposed to you, got on her knee in a restaurant. James, will you marry me?
That'd be weird, but what she? You can't say no.
No.
You can say no, but no, it ain't even saying you can say no. Like, how would you feel demasculated?
No,
not demasculated.
I guarantee you wouldn't say that if it was Rihanna.
Why?
Yes, I would. I'm a man first.
You say you're a man first.
I'm a man first.
What's your name, sir? Tell your name. Talk your shit.
Monte.
Talk your
I'm a
shit.
man first.
Okay.
I don't think we can really.
So let me.
Hear me? Well, I gotta sit up a little more.
Yeah, move it closer to you. Yeah.
So what's I guess the word demasculating? What would be what like?
That's even a word.
I don't know. Emasculating, emasculating. What would be emasculating about a woman getting on her knee?
Because I don't know. It's just for me. How I've been brought up. A man should do that. Like it's just like
traditionalized ways.
It's traditional. It's like if I see a woman kneeling to me and talking about, "Would you marry me?" How do I look? Like,
I think it's the way she could do it though. She ain't got to get on her knee. No. Like,
well, wait, like put it in the champagne. Like it's nothing way. There's nothing way you.
Hey, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think.
Hey, hold on. You know, it's so crazy.
Are you not traditional? Are you saying?
I've never had a traditionalized mindset, but I will tell y'all this though. I love history. Right. So if you know your history, then you'll know that a man kneeling to a woman is an Americanized thing.
Right, I know.
All across the world.
Yes. Literally,
women kneel to men in every other part of the world.
We don't want to go that big.
I'm just realistically. No, I'm just speaking facts though. I'm speaking facts. When you see movies like, King George and from like medieval times, you see women kneeling,
right,
and everybody else that's I guess peasants or regular civilization people
I feel like,
kneel when the king.
But not married.
You hit it on the fucking head. When the what?
When the king.
Okay, let's start
is
right
present.
there. Let's start right there.
So
that's a different type of fucking culture. That's like, so we can't just be like, if everybody in all these niggas ain't kings. Let's be fucking for real. We are.
Why we are? Oh, hold on. But this is the same one that just said he wouldn't let a woman kneel to him though.
Some of y'all are still prince. I'm not saying y'all can't get.
You can't contradict prince. You can't contradict yourself. Look, you can't contradict yourself.
I'm not saying y'all can't get, but y'all gotta be a prince before y'all get a king. Some of y'all we ain't like just like everybody not queens. Some of y'all are fucking princesses.
I'm glad you said that.
Like
they're not even princesses though. Sometimes
I'm gonna be real with it, but I'm just saying like everybody want to be like, oh, you like they kneeling to kings because they had to get to that point where they became king level. So like, and then in the same sense, it's like submissiveness and things of that sort. So like, we ain't finna compare sucking dick to getting on your knee to the man.
I didn't compare.
That was where you was going.
I compared it based off of the level of comfort that you would have for a woman to kneel in your presence. So I gave a scenario of how you would react to one scenario versus another. So when you say, "Oh, nah, I can't have no woman kneeling to me saying she'll marry me," but you could let her kneel to you when she want to suck some dick.
That's like,
but you see what I'm saying? So
I don't.
I get you.
It's
bless your king, baby. What you talking about? Bless your king.
Hey, look, hey, Bartha, that's how she can say, "Will you marry me?" Just
right.
Hey, mid motion.
Exactly.
Look, you ain't saying no.
Right. Exactly. His mind gonna be like, shit. Hey, damn, I should have bought that ring when I saw it at Tiffany's. You feel me? Immediately.
My head so good. You like, God What ring size you wear?
Oh, brother.
Go ahead and get this.
Oh, brother. But no, I would never get on my knee and propose to a man, honestly.
Why?
Because I have a traditional mindset and nothing
Exactly.
and I don't feel like
That's
it's nothing
fair.
wrong. I don't think
that's
it's nothing wrong with
It's
having
traditional.
It's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not fully traditional, but when it comes to like I feel like the man was put on the earth to lead. So like I'm not gonna start a relationship off or lead. If I get on my knee and propose to you, like I took that from you. Like your job is to lead. A woman was put on this job or earth to be submissive to a man. So the man is supposed to be the leader. So like anything that I take a vow before God with, like I want you to lead as God put you on this earth to lead. Like I understand we're more modernized, but some of us have to. It's still that little traditional part. I'm big on the Bible. I understand what a man was put on this earth to do. I'll never take the leadership a man was supposed to put on this earth to do.
I ain't nothing wrong
But
with that.
would you question a man's authority?
If my husband,
Yeah.
no, if when I get married, I know you got my back. Like I would just never just say yes to any man that just proposes to me. Like I need to know, like, where the fuck are you leading me? So like if we get married and we take that vow before God, like I fully trust that you leading me in the upward position. So like no, I ain't gonna question you. Like I'm gonna question you in our door, in our bedroom. I won't question you in public. But like yeah, like I'm not just gonna sit back and be like, yeah, I just like no, because we still a partnership too.
Right.
So I got a question too. So go back to the original question we had. So you think in the black community that we are too modern compared to other races in the tradition?
I feel like a lot of men that I date, they be like, well, marriage don't got to be on paper. Yes, the fuck it do, because when you die,
that's legal stuff.
That's not real.
That's legal. That's
but
legal.
I feel like a lot of people, then they want to get into that, like, well, you know, I don't practice all the other stuff that they be talking, but then they like be like, well, you don't need a traditional marriage, you don't need the paper marriage. And I feel like to a certain extent, like I had so many people pass away and they didn't have that tradition. They had that little union when they had mail come to each other, and like they couldn't even get invited to the fucking funeral because like they had no say so in that.
But that's legal stuff, and I get that too. I'm talking about like just a tradition, like okay, how a man and woman supposed to act in a relationship. Do you think that like okay, the black community has a, I don't want to say issue, but we're more modern in the sense of women are raised sometimes, oh, I don't need a man. And a man is raised to
fuck men. Yeah, because we were raised by single moms, and I feel like.
But just earlier you said that.
I wasn't raised like that. I got a man, my daddy in my life, so I understand what it. But I'm just saying.
I got my daddy.
I don't got daddy.
Don't put me with that.
But I'm just saying, in the sense of just like. My dad is my stepdad, but he came to my life at a young age. But I feel like a lot of single moms grow up and be like, fuck these men because they go through a relationship. A lot of like me personally, when it comes to my kids, I'm very big on like this ain't a kid conversation, but a lot of women don't have that have that sense when it comes to kids. So like now they talking about relationship in front of their daughters, fuck these niggas, fuck this, fuck that, so now this is what little girls is hearing, this is what little boys are seeing, even in the sense of like going through terrible relationships and things of that sort. A lot of kids see that, so that's why I feel like the trauma kind of goes into all of that. And so like now you grow up and you're like, well, mommy accepted it. Daddy did this to mommy.
But is that a black thing though? Or
No, it's not a bad thing though.
It's not a black
I mean, okay, not a black thing, but like, is that more prominent in the black community versus
I do think it
other
is.
races?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
I feel
Go ahead,
I feel like more other races stick it out more because I feel like they got more financially stable more than us. I feel like so us it's like we are struggling enough more than financially. Now we struggling more than we fighting each other of who trying to be the head of the household or who do this. Like it's so much. We struggling so much, but at the same time we not doing anything about it at the same time. So it's like you go ahead. And I also got another one what you said too.
I wanted to piggyback off of that because you said exactly pretty much what I've been saying for a while. Just when I have these type of conversations with other people, like so a lot of times, you know, everybody always asks like, you date outside your race? I always date outside my race, and it's not necessarily a preference, but the reason being is because I tell people like this in math, you know, we was taught like a negative plus a negative,
it's positive.
It's positive, right?
Yeah, in multiplication, but
and just in school,
yeah, I get what you're saying,
a negative plus a negative is a positive.
Yeah.
Right? Well, that's actually the opposite in real life. Being when you get two people that's then struggled all of their life up into y'all relationship as a whole, y'all had traumatic experiences growing up. lights been out, no food in the house, etc. You put all of these traumatic experiences in a bundle, and yeah, in reality, us as a culture, we feel like, oh man, like how you was just saying earlier, dealing with somebody outside of your race might not necessarily, it'll be a culture shock for them because they ain't never experienced that shit. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's a good thing that they haven't experienced that, because trauma on top of trauma only creates more trauma.
So I'm not, I
a lot of the time,
culture shock in the sense of like trauma on top of trauma. I'm just saying I don't want to get into a relationship and I don't want to explain why I'm doing black shit.
No, of course.
I would rather just deal with it, because I'm just like, it gets to the point where it get judgy to me, and I'm just you always like, you know.
But it would be all across the board though. That not just specifically for you know.
And I don't want you to explain why you do your white shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. For me, it's hard. It's hard to date outside my race, because I like I'm saying, like, I don't feel like you can understand me. Like, when I go through certain shit, you can't understand. You won't get it, because you haven't went through the same shit I went through. As a black woman, she don't understand, because she's been around. She got brothers. She got a father. She got uncles. She understand what I'm going through. Yeah, she does. You know, coming here, everything I'm going through, instead of just looking at me like, it'll be okay. No, you don't understand what I'm really going through. So it's like.
And I think to piggyback off what you're saying, especially when it comes to black men, y'all wasn't, because I got brothers, so correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think y'all was grew up in the sense of just like y'all can show y'all emotions. Yeah. So I feel like white men show their fucking emotions. So I feel like even for black women to get with a white woman and a white woman to get with a black man,
it's somewhat
like when y'all shut down, they can't handle that, versus us, we kind of like, oh, that nigga just broke. Like, we know, like, we like something, like, not saying like that, like, we know something. I'm not saying it like that, but we know, like, when y'all pockets are financial, like, y'all shut down differently, versus like a white woman can't understand. So like, we understand, let me get this man some goddamn space right now till he pick himself back up, versus he, like,
but do y'all really though?
I mean, not
right. Exactly.
Listen, no. I do now, because my ex, I recently just had to have this conversation, because like, we end up breaking up, because I'm like, you've been in the same place you've been for fucking the whole time we've been dating, and I don't like that, because I'm trying to build you up, and like, you want to stay complacent where you fucking at. So like, he'll do this thing where he keep coming to my life, he want to take me on a date. Now I know financially he ain't what he want to be, so like, he doing it, but he's never following up on a fucking date. So one day I had this conversation, I'm like, you know, I know financially you're not where you want to be in life, so I'm just like,
why you didn't take him on a date?
I took him on my whole fucking relationship. At some point, he got to end. Like the whole year we was together, I was taking him out. At some point, he got to fuck in. I want to get courted too. Okay. So I had to have a conversation with him. I'm just like, why the fuck are you studying wine?
I went through it.
And that's what I'm saying. But I'm just like, I had to have a real. I'm like, why are you studying when I know you like the back. I know financially you're not where you're supposed to be, but instead of you having this real man fucking conversation, because you say you love me so fucking much, you keep lying to get me over here thinking I'm finna go on a date with you, and I know you're not where you're supposed to be. It's a pride thing. It's a pride thing. And in that moment we had the real conversation though. Nigga, your pride could have went the fucking side, because I've been taking care of you the whole year we together.
But you said, but look where it's coming from. It's coming from my woman. Exactly. This not coming from my homie. This not coming from my mama. Like, this coming from my woman.
I feel like as a woman though, it make us feel like, damn, like, you want to be like, you love me, oh, like, this nigga's I love you, oh, so much, like this. But it's just like, you can't even have real adult, like, you love me conversations. What the fuck are we going?
Well, that's just the maturity in him as a man. Exactly. Because a lot of times you gotta understand.
But listen, let me piggyback. When I tell people this, they be like, "Oh well, you can't leave him because he ain't financial." Yes, the fuck I can. Yes, I can. Like, if I'm with you for a year and I'm trying to like do this, like, I don't work at Lincoln Tech. I'm like, you need to be a fucking engineer. You need to do this. Like, let me enroll you into school. Let me do this. Like, I'm like, apply to this job, and you ain't where you want to be. So a lot of men, when they hear this, they be on some like, well, you just love him because he's broke. Absolutely, because he don't want to get no money. Like, I want to help you get the money, but you don't want to get the money.
So, I've been that broke nigga. So being like, you been in love with a woman, but you don't want to let her go, but at the same time, you ain't financially stable to keep her. But at the same time, you trying to
with her about it though.
Yeah, of course.
Make sure you broke. But you gotta be honest.
I'm broke. You can't hide it. No, you can't hide it.
Hey, you can't hide it.
You can't hide it. But I'm saying,
broke, you can't hide it.
When it's coming to the point like, yeah, our pride coming away. But at the same time, we don't want our woman to come and talk about forcing us to get jobs or careers that we not lining up to be. This is not alignment.
For me, when I met him, he was on some like, I'm finna get into this apprenticeship. So I'm like, okay, we was together. So that's what I'm saying. So now I'm just like, what happened to the apprenticeship? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why you ain't doing it? So for me, I ain't gonna push you into doing anything you don't want to do. But like, it's been no progress. So like for me, I'm just like, what the fuck do you actually want to do? Because in my head, I'm just like,
you just parlaying at this point.
Yeah, we not aging backwards. And I'm just like, I feel like for me it's different because like I like to go out. I go out by myself. I take myself on self dates. So like for me, I'm just like, why the fuck are you?
A lot of women do that now.
But I'm just like, but why pursue a woman that you see she taking herself out if you can't add on to that?
I feel
you say add on to that. Why?
I feel
it ain't even add on to that. But like for me, like now he just like, well, I want to come outside with you too. And I'm like, who paying? Like it ain't always so like it was like I was doing date after date after date after date, and now I'm to the point like, damn, like, damn.
All I'm gonna say is, where was all these women when I was single? Like, I
still ain't ran into one that is gonna do that.
Taking me on dates for a whole year and I ain't gotta pay one. Man, where was y'all at?
But the crazy part about it, like I think how we started our relationship is like we was like on some like on and off for years, and I hit him up on some like he was going through some shit, so he was just like in the car just talking to himself out loud to me. I'm like, damn, I see the potential in this nigga. And I fell in love off the potential.
I just gonna say that
potential. I'm like, this nigga don't got shit going. And then we broke up. Then he brought a baby back. He like, I'm like,
yeah, you should have been done. You should have been done. Once the kid come into play, it's over.
But that's why I was done with it, because I'm just like, you still where you at when I left you,
and you got a kid,
baby. Yeah, I was just like, I can't do that.
That's grounds for termination.
Yeah, but like, yeah, people looked at me like, well, you left him when he was down there. I'm like, I didn't leave that man, and I just don't deep dive into. I'm like, I was really trying to pick that nigga up. I always try to pick, like, I feel like I'll pick you up like if you fall down, but I'm like, you came in down and you never got up. Like,
I feel well, let's move on to the next topic, y'all.
If you vibe with us, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We here every week dropping knowledge, interviewing new artists, and speaking up for the culture.
Catch us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts to never miss an episode. And make sure to keep the conversation going. Leave your thoughts in the comments or hit us up on social media at WTW Jimmy and Jay.
Yeah, man. Stay blessed, stay 100, and you'll catch us next time on 1-to-1 Podcast.